pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Jonah Coleman.
Ow! I gotta adjust my audio here. My word! You know what that? I'll tell you what. You know what the sound that we just heard is?
How about that, man?
You want to know? You want to know what that sound is, Darren?
What's that, brother?
Well, let me clear my.
What's that?
My ear cavities there. That's the sound of Tyler Bidet no longer getting meaningful touches in the postseason for the Denver Broncos. That's what you just heard right there. Because you just found your third back. You didn't find your first back. You didn't find your second back. And DMac, I hate to break this to you. You probably weren't going to find it in Mike Washington in the NFL school. But what you did find, you found your pass protector, which means you found your third down back, and no longer are you going to see screen passes that go to Tyler Bidet that yield a half a yard.
Where were you in the where were you with
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, where were you with the Jonah Coleman Mike Washington thing?
I was a Jonah Coleman guy.
You are?
Yeah, because I hate to say this, but I have fallen victim as a evaluator of even just high school talent when I was a college coach, and now an evaluator of middle school talent, which is frankly embarrassing. I have fallen victim to like overvaluing, overemphasizing 40 times and measurables. They matter. They really, really matter. But the thing I thought about Mike Washington is that the film did not meet the combine workout. Jonah Coleman, on the other hand, the combine workout didn't necessarily meet the film. And I'd actually take that side. I like when the film is a little better than the combine workout. And I think that's what the Denver Broncos, certainly George Payton and Sean Payton, have proven in this draft, in last year's draft, in the draft before that. They like football film. They're not going to get obsessed with combine workouts. They're not. That's the reason they picked Jahdae Barron, because guess what? Jahdae Barron led the Southeast Conference in 2024 interceptions. What did Tyler, give me his last name. Are you good at it right now?
Oniendam.
Cool. There we go.
Oniendam.
Okinawa. Yeah, Okinawa.
Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler. Yeah. Tyler. What do you mean? It's not hard.
Tyler. Yeah, Tyler.
Yes.
You know what Tyler did?
What's that?
Tyler's productive. He's a productive football player. Do you want to know what Mr. Irrelevant was for the Buffalo Bulls?
You mean Red Murdoch?
Yeah, Red. When's the last time the Denver Broncos had a player named Red? I bet it was in maybe the first year of the organization. I think it's been since probably the 1915 football season with the University of Chicago that you had a player named Red.
No, Mike, you're showing your lack of Broncos history, brother.
Give me some Reds.
First coach to take them to a Super Bowl, my friend, was Red Miller.
I love that.
I hate to put you in your Broncos history place right there, but one for DMac.
Okay, one for the coacher, because you ever heard of a guy named Lou Saban?
Yes.
You know, my dad was on his staff at West Point in 1977.
Okay.
Didn't know that, did you?
No.
Boom, right back at you.
No, but you weren't being quizzed on. You were talking about Red Murdoch, not just other guys your dad coached with. But
hey, Red, you want to know about production? Talk to me about production, about Buffalo Bulls. You want to know what Red Murdoch did in his career as a Buffalo Bull? You have any idea, DMac? You like football?
Cause fumbles.
17 of them, which is the NCAA record in a career. He forced 17 fumbles. You know who had the record before Red Murdoch did?
Who?
Another Buffalo Bull. Any idea what his name is?
I should get this. I know as soon as you say it, I'm going to kick myself.
Starts with a K, ends with a
I know it.
Ends with Khalil Mack.
That's right. Khalil Mack before it. Yeah, that's right.
How about that, man? The
That's
Denver
right.
Broncos got a dude.
Here is some Red Murdoch for you.
The 257th pick is Red Murdoch.
Oh, get that ball! Come on, Red. What conference is Buffalo, dude? Oh, I can't hear you. You're muted. Kill people.
It's the Mid-America Conference.
All right.
The MAC Conference.
All right.
You want to know what the Denver Broncos did with their Mr. Irrelevant pick? Any idea what they did?
Well, I drafted him.
They drafted from a non-power conference. You have any idea what Group of Six, which is frankly what CSU is now in the Pac-12, the new Pac-12? That's a Group of Six conference, no longer a G5. The Mount West is a Group of Six.
Yeah.
MAC is a Group of Six. Do you realize how many players were drafted this year? Not from a Power Four conference, but from a Group of Six conference.
Oh, I do not know. That's a good
13.
One. Wow. That's wild.
It is a different era in the draft world, in the college football world. Why do you think that is, Darren? Why do you think that only 13 players from a Group of Six conference were drafted? One of which, and how many did the Denver Broncos draft, by the way?
Oh my God. Well, I got them all here. I mean, it's either.
Guess let's go through them.
I mean, I could go through them. I mean, we got Oniendum. Them. It's A&M technically.
Tyler, what's is that? Oh yeah,
Oniendum.
There you go, Tyler.
Then we got Jonah from Washington. Via, where was he first?
He was a Arizona Wildcat in the Big 12.
That is correct. Then we go with Cage Casey. You like that guy?
Is that a Group of Six player?
Your Boise State Broncos, brother.
Boise.
Hey! If you're holding that hammer or whatever the fuck that is, whatever that is, you're a leader.
Hey, Darren, don't you ever speak of that hammer again with that type of disrespect. That's known as the Dan Paul hammer right there.
Sorry.
It's the Dan Paul Memorial Hammer to you.
All right, so who gets to hold the hammer?
It's the dog. It's you know who gets to hold the hammer?
Who?
It's the guy that the Denver Nuggets do not have on their roster currently. It's the guy that's going to hit you in the mouth, steal your lunch money, and then laugh at you as they shoot a layup with 2.2 seconds remaining.
Oh my
God. That's who gets to run out with the Dan Paul Memorial Hammer.
All right.
At Albert Stadium.
For you, let's just look at it.
The Denver Broncos.
Come on. Give me it. What do you got?
Give me some Cage Casey.
Come on.
This guy right here, he knows how to pass protect. He runs off the football. The guy can play interior offensive line. He can be a guard. He can be a tackle. This guy's got great lateral movement, really strong, powerful hands, really good in the screen game. Gets to the second level. This guy's going to be the next great Denver Bronco prospect in the offensive line. Frank Crum and or Alex Palczewski, you better get to work because you got a Boise State Bronco coming to town.
Look at this guy.
And
Look at
that's
this guy.
Casey right there, one of my favorite Broncos over the last 4 years, of which I've been covering this team on Bronco Nation News intimately, pregame, halftime, post-game shows, man. I know about my Cage Casey. You know what? You want to know what you got, man? You got a future starter.
Where? What position?
I think he's going to end up being a guard.
I think so too.
I think he's going to end up being a guard. It's hard to find tackles, man. You don't find starting tackles in the 5th round.
No.
Or, 4th round, right?
4th. Yeah, he was taking like 3 spots after Coleman.
Yep.
He was announced as a guard too when they drafted him, when they got up on stage and announced him.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, Sanford's got to be pumped about this guy one way or the other.
Darren, doesn't he look lean? How about that uniform? What a good looking uniform right there. What a great hammer right there, huh?
Look at that. Except for that dumb turf. Everything else is amazing.
Oh man, it's funny. That turf wins about 10 to 12 games every single season for the last 28 years. I don't know what happens, man.
All right, let's go.
Hey, Darren, what's the last time a Boise State Bronco offensive lineman was drafted for the Denver Broncos? Any idea who that would be?
He became one of the greatest left tackles of all time if he wasn't taken down by that stupid Liz Frank. That'd be Ryan Clady, my friend. Yeah. I know that. Yeah.
Any other guys that kind of,
pops out from Boise State?
Any other guys that were hanging out in the trenches? Maybe a teammate of mine that was a graduate of Boise State in about 2001.
Well, I said Ryan. Not Ryan Clady. Who?
No, I'm going to give you a hint. He's from Eagle, Idaho, but his last name, it takes on almost a French pronunciation.
Bryson DeChambeau?
Good friend of Andy Lindahl. Andy, if you listen from 3 to 6 on
he's a good friend of mine.
Okay, I didn't know this.
Jeb
Poutier.
Yeah, Jeb.
Another great Boise State Bronco turned Denver Bronco.
Andy's much closer with Jeb than me, but Jeb and I we were pals, we were buddies back in the day.
Dude, man. I was a teammate of Jeb.
Jeb's one of the few dudes that has his own name tattooed on his body. He has Jeb on his inside of his arm or whatever.
Yeah, I have Thug Life above my navel, but Jeb has Jeb. Yeah, and I have Thug Life. So it's a Boise thing.
Can I do you the funniest one of guys who have their names tattooed on them that you would never suspect? Brock Osweiler has Osweiler on his back like a nameplate. It's got to be the dumbest tattoo ever. And Brock is such a straight edge laced sort of dude, and yet he's got this thug-like Osweiler on his back. Hysterical.
I can one up you in terms of
how's that? You can
people affiliated with the Denver Broncos that have arched tattoos either on their front, on their navel, or on their back.
Yeah.
You want to know what it is?
Give it to me.
Greg Penner's got a tramp stamp that says Penner.
Yeah. Okay. Talking about my guy. We're going to get through the rest of the draft picks in a second, but we just want to give a shout out to our pals at Journey Spice. And if you want to save yourself 10%, use Altitude 26. And the best of Journey Spice, no matter what the meal is, they're going to do you right at Journey Spice. Save 10%, and the deliciousness of Journey Spice is off the chain. My guy Andon spoke to him this week. Him and Rosa are incredible. Non-GMO, no salt, no sugar. It's just absolutely delicious. You got to take my word for it. No meal could go without Journey Spice. So Journey Spice for the win. More of my pals from Journey Spice in a little bit. But let's go through the rest of the picks here as we kind of cruise through things. And we go with Justin Jolie.
Justin Jolie. Yeah.
Then we go. I'll do everybody, and then we'll get back to it. Miles,
did you notice anything about my enthusiasm for Justin Jolie?
I mean, it was hesitant to say the least.
Yeah, it's good, Justin.
All right, I'll get back to it.
Okay, cool.
Miles Scott, who's a converted defensive player.
Be a good player. So, wide receiver to DB, right? Safety.
Yeah. Then we got another tight end from Utah.
I like this.
Dallin Bentley, who can catch the ball.
He
was a late bloomer in that department, wasn't he? But and then we already talked about Red Murdoch a little bit.
Big Red.
So that's the crew right there, man. That's the crew. You want to just give us the as we look at the list of them, what you think? We'll go at one after another.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm excited about pick 1, round 3, early on. What was that? Ended up being the third pick. Is that right? Of the third round, second,
66. So they dropped back 4. 1, 2, 3.
I think it was 2, right?
Yeah. Yes.
I'm excited about Tyler Oniendum.
You got it.
Oniendum. Yeah, Oniendum.
Yeah.
Here's what I like about Tyler Oniendum. Fit. I like fit with Vance Joseph's scheme. I like value replacement for John Franklin Myers. And this was another I'm smarter than all of you moment for George Payton, and maybe a little bit from Sean Payton, but also from Vance Joseph. What I like about Tyler is that this is an individual that can play 3 technique, which is interior defensive lineman that lines up just on the outside shade of a guard, but he also can play 4 technique. So when you play more of a 3-4 structure, meaning 3 down linemen, when you do that, typically one of your D linemen are playing directly lined up head up over a offensive tackle. Tyler Oniendum can do that, but he also can be a 5 technique. So what you've seen, and this is the thing that I keep telling you with DMac when we talk week to week about what makes like Zach Allen so unique, what made John Franklin Myers so unique is that those are players that really can play across the defensive line, which gives Vance Joseph substitution personnel package flexibility. And I think he's going to be the next fit in that package. That also includes Savion Jones. And it also includes, obviously, like guys I just mentioned. I think DJ Jones is more of a true nose tackle or a 3.
Oh, yeah.
He's a real, like, I don't really want to say it,
Plugger.
I don't want. Yeah, he's a plugger. He's a real plugger. When I watched Tyler Oniendum's tape, I saw twitch. I saw fast, explosive, dynamic. That's a good player. And you know what I like about Tyler Oniendum? DMac, he's going to play this year. And I would say that if he's healthy, he's going to play a minimum of 20 snaps a game, which ironically, your first pick this year, which was your round 3 player, is going to play more than your first round pick of the 2025 draft, Jahdae Barron.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny because we actually brought up defensive tackle because we knew Jonathan Franklin Myers was gone. We talked about that could be the first pick of the Broncos. So I got no problems with it whatsoever because at the end of the day, we're in number 11. I don't know about the big guys wearing number 11, but whatever, man. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. You want to feel skinny. You want somebody who's going to participate 5 snaps for Jahdae Barron in the AFC Championship game, bro, as a number 1 pick.
Unacceptable.
I think so.
Unacceptable.
I think it was a blown pick. What can I tell you? I don't care how he turns out.
As of today.
But you need him today. That's what your first guy. Now, I got to be patient here because this is at the end of the day, this is a 3rd round pick, okay? So my expectations are a little tempered. But as a 3rd round pick, you're going to go in the rotation on D-line? Great. Perfect. I mean, that's what 3rd rounders do, right? Like, cool. Way to go. Let's get back to Jonah Coleman because I want to spend more time on that, okay? So I got a bunch of stuff from him. Let's go back to that. Let's go to Cage Casey and what your expectations for him are.
Cage Casey it's going to be a journey to get on the field. You're probably not going to usurp either Alex Palczewski or Frank Crum this season in terms of the jumbo tight end role that really doubles as the 6th player that could be potentially rotated in. I saw a little bit in Broncos country Twitter or X. There was a little bit of dialogue around go out and draft a center. And I personally couldn't disagree anymore with the take because I think that Luke Wattenberg is incredible.
Hold on. I heard he worked out at center though for some teams.
Okay, cool.
That he did center stuff.
Yeah, fine. But like you've got your bona fide starting center that he's the driver of the bus and he's done a great job. Guy's been a value pick that wasn't a 1st or 2nd round pick. Was Luke Wattenberg picked in the first 2 rounds?
Oh my God, no.
Not even close, right?
Wattenberg 5th, 6th, something like that. Yeah, something like that.
And Luke Wattenberg, since he's been the established starter that was, I guess he ended up being the heir apparent. Nobody really thought he was going to fill in admirably for, I'm trying to blank on the previous center that went to the Titans.
Cushenberry.
Yeah, Big Lloyd. Lloyd Cushenberry. Yeah. He's actually been better than Lloyd Cushenberry. And then Alex Forsyth's like your perfect bargain backup center. You're set there. And so I think that Cage Casey, I always say Cage Casey. It's Cage Casey. And I always say that because it's weird that he has a K and a C, but they both do the K thing. I always want to say Cage Gacy. But Cage Casey is going to end up being, I think he ends up as the heir apparent. I think he's going to be the heir apparent at left guard
to Ben Powers. I do too.
I think that Alex Palczewski is going to end up being the heir apparent to Mike McGlinchey at right tackle.
Ooh, that's a hot
how
take.
I see it playing out. Yep.
That's a fun hot take. All right, we move on to Joe Lee. And you do say his name, Joe Lee, despite it looking a lot like Jolly, but it is Joe Lee.
Good song.
You got
know,
some
one
hesitations
of my,
there. Why?
Film looks stiff. I see stiffness. I don't know if you've seen the clip of Justin Jolie that, a lot of our really good friends that do a great job of covering the draft at like DNVR. They're like, he carried the entire team on his back as he hurt his quad. Like he looks
and he
scores a touchdown and he ran in with like 26 yards with a torn quad. Well, I don't know about you, but in light of watching the Denver Nuggets recently play basketball, I don't want players that look like they can play through injuries because that doesn't really pan out too well in explosive playmaking position. I'm not a Justin Jolie guy. Here's why.
Okay,
he is a huge drop off right now from Evan Ingram. Like I'm talking.
Okay.
It's dude. If you were to go back and watch Evan Ingram's Ole Miss tape, and if you were to compare their measurables, Justin Jolie was productive, had 1,100 yards in 2 seasons, over 100 catches. But the film, to me, as I evaluated it, showed stiffness, showed the inability to accelerate, but it showed that obviously he's a good football player. He's a tough guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one guy on this list that I see. He's productive, but the numbers at the combine that really dissuaded a ton of teams from even touching this individual. The numbers showed what I think the film displayed, which is stiffness and not an explosive playmaker. Now, the last time that I hated on a draft pick for the Denver Broncos, ended up being a pretty good player, and that's Bo Nix. Now, I didn't say he was horrible and I don't love him. This is a 5th round pick, so it is what it is.
All right, let me play some Jolie highlights, and you can narrate them. So tell me what you...
Here we go. We got Justin Jolie, F tight end. They call him a big plus. Wide open on the last 2 routes.
Sit up to the tight end, Justin Jolie, and he can scoop.
A little bit of a spin move there.
Toward the end zone for Jolie. Touchdown!
Going to the end zone, Jolie makes the catch and walks it uncontested. 25 yards.
Blitz coming. There's the check down, and another play. Justin Jolie.
Anything that you see in these highlights that tell you, wow.
Well, listen, this is why I laugh at all the highlight films, because and we'll get to Jonah Coleman here in a second.
So talk dirty to me with Jonah Coleman now.
We'll get there.
Yeah, let's talk.
It's ridiculous when you watch college highlights how open guys are and how much space there is on the field.
Yeah,
and that is why.
What did he do afterwards?
I take everything with a grain of salt with certain college highlights. You know, I'd rather see what you do with people around you than when you catch the ball and you're wide open, because a million reasons, right? Like the guys you're playing against ain't going pro. Some are, most aren't. And the schemes are different. The hashes are different. Just everything's different, right? But it makes for some good football porn. But it's just different. Dude, in the NFL, it's just different. I don't know what else to say.
Darren.
Yes.
We're celebrating the 3-year anniversary of the Denver Broncos being within striking distance of landing a potential elite tight end. In 2024, the year you got your quarterback, where, well, Darren, you had a bogasm.
Well, rightfully so.
You had a very firm Bo Nix and a bogasm.
As it turns out.
There was a guy named Brock Powers right there.
Okay, whatever, dude.
Cool.
Whatever.
A year ago, there were a couple guys that proved to be difference makers. And that guy was Tyler Warren. Could have moved, potentially get into that real estate.
That'd have been fun.
Colston Loveland, pretty good football player. Hey, you know what else you could have gotten? Even if you traded down, a guy named Harold Fannin Jr.
And it would have been cool.
Production for the Cleveland football.
I mean, we could keep going if you want.
Well, this year, were you able to potentially get into the conversation of Eli Stowers? Maybe.
Right there. I mean, maybe.
Max Clare? Could you have picked Max Clare?
Well, you easily could have had Max.
Interestingly enough, Are the Los Angeles Rams not fired up about our guy Ferguson?
Yeah, that's interesting, right?
Yeah, I mean they're getting to the tail end. It might end up being a Claire Ferguson kind of 1-2 punch for the coming years because you're getting to the end of Tyler Higbee.
You talking about our coworkers with the Rams? Our coworkers?
Oh yeah, I tell you what, the coworkers were pretty excited. It seemed like the head coach was really excited about.
CJ,
look at this.
Yes, sir.
Hey, this is Leslie, Los Angeles Rams.
Those abs jerseys.
What's going on? That's me.
Hey, man, we're
So who are the Rams playing today?
to pick 197.
Who's the LA hockey team?
We're a little earlier than the television, but we're going to draft you with a 197 pick.
Dude, how
Come
funny
on,
is our
coach.
guy?
What took you so long?
Oh, man, it took us 196
Look at that.
picks.
Siobhan Gulo?
They're all wearing Colorado.
Who is Siobhan Gulo?
Oh, what's going on?
Congrats, man.
Hey, I love it. I love that McVay's like, hey, listen, man, you guys wasted a pick on Ty Simpson, who, by the way, I don't like either. Me and Sean McVay apparently share that narrative.
Yeah.
You wasted a pick on him. So, yeah, I'm not going to wear your stupid out-of-town hockey jersey when the in-town team is actually facing an elimination game in the Stanley Cup playoffs. But to each his own.
But the reason why they did it, of course,
Yeah,
all the family here is
Broncos.
because the Avs wore all those Rams jerseys, right?
Yeah, the Avs were wearing Rams jerseys. Broncos. I think the Broncos have worn some Avs jerseys too now.
So Kevin, our boss, made his personnel people wear Avs jerseys. I thought that was great.
All right. Well, I'm excited to be proven wrong about my guy Jolie. He'll probably end up being the greatest thing since sliced bread. But the rest of the National Football League thought he was. What did he end up being?
There he is, right there. You can read it.
I'm saying I think he ended up being like the 9th tight end drafted.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Along 9th to the 11th, something along those lines.
All right, what do we think about Miles Scott, who I really don't know much about? I'll tell you this, it was cool. I always love, this is my favorite part, is this type of thing.
In the 2026 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Miles Scott, defensive back, Illinois.
We got Miles Scott.
The sack from Miles Scott.
Playing for Brett Field. They converted wide receiver. He's got tremendous ball
He just stood up at the 3.
The willingness to put his face on ball carriers and wide receivers. Still learning the position. Developmental going to be utilized on special teams. The Denver Broncos going to miss on Miles Scott. He will find a way to make contributions on this roster.
Does he make the team?
He does. So as of right now, of the top 5 cats that we have covered, no doubt in my mind, everybody but Justin Jolie makes the football team.
Oh, you don't think Jolie makes the team?
You've got Adam Troutman.
Wow.
You've got. Hold on, let's talk through it.
They'll get rid of Lucas Krull, dude. He'll be gone.
Yeah, but you still got Atkins.
Yeah, you got 4 guys. You got
Nate Atkins.
Yeah, Troutman.
You're going to get Troutman
Jolie and Ingram.
Okay. I mean, Jolie's going to have to beat it. Jolie's going to have to be healthy, and he's going to have to show the requisite ability to beat out. Some of our but we know people in this area that consider Lucas Krull the most valuable Bronco. I mean, there's a guy that was the MVP. Like, if you ever have looked for an MVP of OTAs and minicamps, Lucas Krull is that guy.
Well,
he's that guy.
We should get to the next guy then, and that's Dalen Bentley. Now, I find this guy really, really interesting. And here we go.
All right, we got Dalen Bentley. Think about the Utah tight end tradition.
Yes.
Guys who've got length, who can find the ability to get into space. This is a guy that I see as a possible upgrade athletically and size-wise at the inline position of wide tight end
Yeah.
Alan Bentley's going to challenge Adam Troutman
Yeah.
over the next 2 years to be a wide tight end that can block, put his face on you, but gives you a little bit more value in the downfield passing game. I'm a fan of this acquisition. Not sure what it means for our guy. God, what's his name? Hardly knew you. Last year's 7th round pick, basketball guy from Utah.
All right, I'm back. We just had to reload a little bit. We're good.
Caleb Lohner is our guy Dallin going to be the end of Caleb Lohner, the Caleb Lohner experience?
Yes, he is actually.
I don't think Sean really likes Caleb Lohner. I think Sean showed his hand a few times at they're like, at some point you got to prove that you can play football.
Yeah. We're going to have some Utah on Utah crime when Bentley replaces Lohner on the practice squad.
How many Utah Utes do the Denver Broncos have right now?
Well, they got rid of one of them because they had Vele, who was 31 years old.
Jonah Ellis.
Jonah Ellis, who's now an inside linebacker?
Yeah, we'll find out. I'll believe it when I see it in a game. Right. Garrett Bowles.
Bowlesy. Yeah.
You got Karen A. Reed.
Holy shit. Wow.
Yep.
Good for you. That one.
The Denver Broncos love what Kyle Whittingham has been doing for the last 20 years in Utah.
Don't forget the legend of Tim Patrick around here, brother.
TP, don't forget about Tim Patrick, my man.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man.
Yeah.
They have absolutely loved their Utah Utes.
Yeah. Yeah. I got a funny story. Oh, if you can remember the offensive lineman with the Broncos, great guy. Broncos. Oh gosh, what was his name? I got a funny story about him. Oh my God. Gosh darn it. No, you don't remember him? Somebody maybe in the comments. Gosh darn it. Put it in the comments who I'm talking about. It was a few years ago. Oh,
Utah guy?
See him. Yeah. Gosh darn it. I could see him. I was buddies with him.
How long ago, Darren?
Oh man, like 6-7 years ago. Devon Vele, we said him.
Karen A. Reed.
Karen A. Reed, I didn't realize that. You got me on that one.
Yep.
Tim Patrick, Vele.
Garrett Bowles.
Oh, come on in the comments. Offensive lineman, guard. Anyways.
It's obviously not Dalton Reisner because he's a Kansas State guy, wasn't he?
No, it was before Dalton. Yeah, he was local and then Kansas State. Gosh darn it. But the funny part is he's from Utah. He went to Utah and he's Lutheran. And it was the funniest thing. I go, well, you're Mormon, right? He goes, oh, no, we're Lutheran. I'm like, you're Lutheran?
It's not John Malchon.
No. Gosh darn it.
Huh.
I forget. It was like 8 years ago.
Gosh,
son of a gun. I'm going to kick myself. Great guy. Kind of had long hair. He
was losing.
Zane Beatles.
Zane Beatles.
Oh, Zane Beatles. I got it. Beatles.
I coached against Zane Beatles. Yeah.
Great guy. Zane Beatles.
Good player, man.
Yeah. Somebody on the text line got it. Here we go.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I'm like, you're from Utah. Oh, so you're Mormon.
And then Devontae Booker too, right?
Was Booker from Utah?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn, we've had a lot of Utes on the team, huh?
Oh, tons of Utes. So many Utes.
And then we get to Red Murdoch, who we kind of already talked about. So who, if he makes the team, that's going to be a special teams sort of whiz, sort of try hard guy. Oh, you disagree? What's he going to be?
He's going to be an inside linebacker for this football team.
He weighs like 210 pounds.
He's a really, really sure tackler. He's highly athletic. He's a ball hawk, and he creates takeaways. Red Murdoch might be my favorite. He might be my favorite pick in this draft for the Denver Broncos.
All right. Hey, I'm happy to see it. I'm happy.
He was a chip on the shoulder guy too. Dude, how about that? 13 group of 6 football players were drafted in this entire 2026 NFL draft, and 2 of which they're Denver Broncos, man. 2 out of 13 group of 6 players.
Let me get your opinion on the undrafted guys, and there is a quirky one here, and that is Dane Key, who is Devon Key's brother.
Yeah.
How about that? How fun is
Yeah,
that? Right?
and I coached Devon at Western Kentucky, and it was really fun. Dane Key was like a middle schooler that was hanging around. He's like a 5th, 6th grader hanging out at Western Kentucky practice when they'd come in for a spring game or a fall camp scrimmage from the Lexington, Kentucky area. Dane Key was actually a really highly touted recruit because Devin Key actually opened the door with his production at Western Kentucky. And now, as I think a 5th-year player for the Broncos, I think 6th year, something along those lines. Dane was like a dude, had production, had major value, and left Kentucky to, I think, pursue a bigger NIL deal maybe at Nebraska. And frankly, like, it just didn't work out at Nebraska. Maybe that has something to do with the fact that they've had horrific quarterback play for the last couple of years, because they've had a guy that's been trying to stand as Patrick Mahomes instead of just playing the position in Raiola. But
when it comes to the undrafted guys, you always got to follow the money. So let me point out a couple guys to you, okay? Iowa State offensive tackle Tyler Miller got a $25,000 signing bonus, $275,000 guaranteed, and outside linebacker Dasan McCullough, $20,000 signing bonus, $245,000 guaranteed. These guys have the best chance of making the team. Not a guarantee though. Chris Harris got like $2,000, nothing guaranteed, and had a Ring of Fame sort of career with the Broncos, right? But if you do follow the money, it is smart. Like Frank Crum barely missed getting drafted. Yeah, barely.
And then they invested in Frank.
They did. He got a good signing bonus and guaranteed money, and you sort of follow the bouncing ball. So I should just ask you if you know anything about this Tyler Miller guy or Dasan McCullough. Just any thoughts you have whatsoever.
Unfortunately, I'd be making something up, and I'm not going to do that to any of our amazing listeners. A lot of people in this space like to make things up about players, and I'm not going to do that. But yeah, I didn't know much about these undrafted free agents that the Broncos acquired, but I do love the name Joseph Manjack. And I'm hoping that the Denver Nuggets can find their own personal version of a Manjack in the next 24 hours, because I think that would bode well to continue this season for them.
All right, let's spend some time and talk about the Jonah Coleman pick. That seems to be the big focus of the draft. We'll come back with that in a second.
There's a world of flavor out there, and to find it, you have to take the journey. Journey Spice Company handcrafts the most premium spice and seasoning blends that have no sugar, no salt, are certified USDA organic, non-GMO, vegan-friendly, and always planet-friendly. You are going to love serving amazingly delicious creations while knowing you helped reduce single-use plastics. Make sure to search for Journey Spice Company on Amazon today.
Journey Spice. I think we got Jonah Coleman kind of came to everybody's attention at the combine when he said this.
You're not going to play if you can't pass for it. Always be simple. You can't play if you ain't going to protect the quarterback. I'm paying him $100 million. You getting paid, $2 million. Who more important? And that's part of being selfless, part of the game. And you have to be wanting to pick up pass for it. You got to be wanting to do that. You can't. It's no technique. It's technique, but at the end of the day, it's a dogfight. And it's a dogfight. You gotta, bring that mentality into that. I'm gonna kick your butt and protect my $100 million.
Exhibit A, Darren. Exhibit A for winning a job interview. Jonah Coleman won a job interview, and I'm excited because of the fact that he said what he said, and he has been able to back up what he said in his job interview on tape in the last several years, both at University of Washington and Arizona. We here in Broncos country, no slight to the player, but I think we've seen what we've needed to see over the last 2 years. Tyler Bidet does not need to be touching the football in highly leveraged positions for this team. And I think that you're going to get adequate pass protection from day one. That's going to be on par with Tyler Bidet. But I think you're going to get also a player that's his run style, his play style mirrors that of your first string running back, which is J.K. Dobbins. As a runner, I love that Jonah Coleman he's a good wide zone runner. He is a patient, good vision runner, but he moves the pile, much like J.K. Dobbins. This pick was, I think, twofold, and this is my hope that Jonah Coleman stays healthy, although he has had some diminishing returns over his career at the tail end of college seasons. I don't think he needs to be a 1A starter in the NFL anytime soon for the Denver Broncos. I think that you have two things in place. You have a above value replacement over Tyler Bidet that also can fully function as a great third string running back in place of J.K. Dobbins in the event that he gets something that is not a special, which might be a groin, a hip, an MCL, a meniscus, Liz Franck. But you want somebody ready. I've always maintained that at the running back position, your first running back should be your bell cow. Okay. And then your second running back should be your changeup, pass catcher, gadget player. I call him a duck. Like he's like quack, quack. Like he's the Geico guy, right? He sponsors Dion's, Coach Prime's golf cart at practice. That's what you want.
Gotcha.
And your third back should resemble your first back, but just frankly, a slight bit of a lesser and or more inexperienced version of your first, but can really replace that exact play style. And I think the Broncos knocked the Jonah Coleman pick, knocked it out of the park, especially where they got him. They got him in a great spot.
All right, I'm going to have you narrate his blocking highlights. We have blocking highlights, and we'll have some running highlights too. But here is Jonah Coleman pass blocking. Tell me what you think.
Here's Jonah Coleman right here, third down pass protector. That's right there against the Ohio State University, a willing pass protector, not afraid to put his face on somebody, knows when to throw a cut block. Look at him stoned that rusher coming off the edge. Nickel linebacker, John A. Barron, you can't come and hit my quarterback. That's Jonah Coleman. Look what he did right there. He sprung his quarterback, Damon Williams, up for a big-time play. Here he comes, chipping. Nope, I'm gonna cut. Actually, Dylan Thieneman, safety out of Oregon that was drafted in the first 3 rounds, understands his assignments, understands what he's looking at, him scanning the entirety of where his responsibilities are, and he gets knockdown after knockdown. Jonah Coleman,
good stuff.
I think you're a day one pass protecting Jesse here for the Denver Broncos.
And here he is running the ball.
This is what gets me excited. Oh, that's him pass protecting again. This is all against CSU. Yeah, these are his opening game highlights against the Colorado State Rams. Look at the patience here. Tell me you don't see a little bit of J.K. Dobbins run style. Look at this. Finishes in the end zone. This is another wide zone play. Patient, sees it, finishes forward after contact. Wide zone cutback. Terrell Davis. You see it? Big guy miss, gets vertical. This is called duo, which is power without a puller, gap scheme play. Inside zone, sets up his linebackers at the second level. This is power, a gap scheme play. What I love about this individual clip against Colorado State, Sean Payton and Zach Streif and now Davis Webb, they're known for I love this clip right here. Watch this. This is not the one. There's one where he ends up dragging multiple defenders in this game for a touchdown. This might be. This is it. Come on. Out of bounds. Nope. Over. Nope. Up. I'm going to keep going. Up. I'm going to stay on top. Touchdown, Jonah Coleman. That's all you need to see right there.
All right, just because I'm an asshole, I'm going to play you Brian Baldinger's comments on why he thought Mike Washington was the third best after Love and Price running back in this draft. And let's keep in mind, Washington and Coleman should be linked for their entire careers because of where they went in the draft and who they went to. So we'll talk about it in a second. But here's what Baldinger had to say about Washington.
Remember this pick by the Raiders at 122 of the 4th round. Mike Washington Jr. This is a play we call gut. They're going to pull the onside guard and center against the Aggies. First play, he gashed and gutted the Aggies for 16 yards. But he had a big day. He had a big day against A&M, who was undefeated at the time. Like, you want to run him out of the pistol? Here you go. This is what you can get. Like, you can get chunks like this because he's an alien. He's 6'1". He's 223, and he ran a 4.33 40. All right, little read option right here, and here he goes. There's that speed right there. Like, when he gets to the open field now, like, it's going to be hard.
Let her score. Let her score.
Stiff arm there just keeps him out, barely keeps him out of the end zone
on that same play
right now. Big day against the Aggies. Mike Washington Jr. Again, you watch him right here. Like, it looks like there's nothing there.
Here's our guy.
Until
Look at our guy,
Washington
Tyler.
can
11. Tyler,
pick it up right here. You got York in the right there in the hole.
Here's number 11.
Run
Tyler,
away from color.
Denver Bronco, right?
Find the openings.
Oh, yeah. Denver Bronco involved right there.
I mean, you could go one play after another. What a year he had, averaging 6.5 yards a carry for the Razorbacks. Like, there it is.
Come on now.
He's got the agility you're looking for. Might be the second best back in this draft.
Okay. So let me ask you this, Darren.
Yes, sir.
So why did he slip all the way to where he did if he's the second or third best back, and why would he be drafted?
Why did Jonah Coleman slip to almost the exact same place?
What did I tell you Jonah Coleman is elite at?
Pass blocking.
Yeah. Do you draft a guy in the first round to be a great pass protector?
No.
No. And in the Raiders prove why they're the Raiders, who have been fairly irrelevant for 28 years, roughly.
Okay. You realize when he goes to the Raiders, he'll be the backup to Genty, not the third string guy, like Coleman will be here in Denver, right?
Cool, but what's the difference between the current state of the Denver Broncos and the Las Vegas Raiders? One was in the AFC Championship and should have been in the Super Bowl. The other one is a perennial first pick of the draft and probably will be another year from now.
They had a pretty good draft. They had an interesting offseason, brother.
They did. No, I think the Raiders, they did. I'll tell you what, man. You knew had a sexy draft, brother.
They got a good coach. Well, theoretically a good coach.
You want to know who had the sexiest draft, man?
Who?
The New York Football Jets, man.
Oh, they did. Oh, my God. It was sexy.
Ooh.
It was sexy.
Ooh. Sadiq.
Yeah, man.
They got all of our favorite guys, didn't they? They got some good football players.
How about my other favorite moment was the Browns taking Taylon Green.
Dude, the Browns had a borderline erotic draft as well. They did, man. They did. The two worst franchises are in maybe in sports, but certainly in the National Football League. They proved that Roger Goodell isn't going to allow two franchise to be at least unwatchable and uninteresting for a long period of time. Because I'm telling you, man, I loved what both the Jets and honestly, the Jets, the Raiders, and the Browns that are without question the grossest current rosters and franchises in pro football. They did some really fun stuff. And I guess that's why the system works, man. Teams that are highly flawed have a chance to get there pretty quickly. I mean, look at the New England Patriots, man. I mean, you're pretty flawed. You've got issues, and you find somebody that you just say, I love my Q.
I love my Q.
And you go as the kind of the meathead football guy that meets a reporter from New Jersey, and you go to the Super Bowl, and then you go to counseling. It's all good. So
I love the fact that his family, Vrabel, they're a higher priority than rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7.
but 1 through 3.
No.
I'll tell you what, man. That 3rd round final pick in the draft, way more important than my family.
Yeah, I mean, there's limits to how.
But I'll tell you what, the first pick of the 4th round.
Oh,
I mean, who cares, man? I love my family. I love my wife. I got to take care of the things that really matter. By the way, on draft day, Darren.
Yeah.
Did you happen to do what I did as a pure degenerate? Drop everything that I was doing to make sure I got to YouTube and watched the impromptu Mike Vrabel pre-draft press conference.
It was unbelievable.
He literally it was
unbelievable.
A PR nightmare.
Unbelievable.
A PR disaster.
And I think the only reason he did it was because they knew, in fact, they moved up.
Yeah, there was a chance that they would move out, right? And that was they didn't want that to be like the collusion piece. Like, I didn't need to. We moved out of the first round because our quarterback or our head coach didn't want to talk to the media.
Right.
About a salacious scandal.
Because you have to speak after every round. They just wanted to get it. It was hysterical, and Vrabel. You know what, though? As unethical and as immoral as it is, no heroes. It's not illegal.
Nope.
And I think time in terms of being the coach, they went to the Super Bowl. You think they want to get rid of Mike Vrabel? What are you, nuts? They don't want to get rid of Mike Vrabel. And Rossini, she'll be eating pizza with David Portnoy on some street in Brooklyn here soon. There'll be a place for Rossini. Where the bottom dwellers hang out. There'll be room for her. Don't worry about it. She'll be fine.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. There was another cool moment when the I'm forgetting his name, unfortunately. The dude from Navy got drafted by Pittsburgh. That was like, whoo, I was getting some chills on that one. And they have a new rule in the military service academies where you can defer your service time if you have a chance to go play pro sports. The guy got drafted in Pittsburgh. And I thought Pittsburgh coacher did a amazing job at the draft. It looked great. The vibes were incredible. Like, way to go, Pittsburgh. Really, seriously. You are a serious football town, and you deserve the draft, and you showed out. You did a great job. So, way to go, Steelers fans. That's kind of cool. And
Aaron Rodgers, what does he do?
Oh, fuck him. I whatever with him. They drafted Allard? Is that right? Who did Pittsburgh draft? They drafted a quarterback, didn't they? I could have sworn they did. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to think who they didn't take. Taylor Green went where?
He went to Browns. He's their 4th quarterback with the Browns.
That's right. I knew that.
Beat out Shadur.
Let's see here. Pittsburgh
I think the Broncos were close to picking Mike Washington, by the way.
Drew Aller. Drew Aller.
Yeah, I got that right.
Yeah,
okay.
Penn
I got
State.
that. I told you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. Rodgers will come back and play with the Pittsburgh Steelers, by the way, if that's what you're asking. He'll be back with the Steelers.
You really
Look
think
who
so?
the coach is, brother.
Hey, did you see
Yes,
did you see Mike Tomlin's debut on NBC tonight?
I did not catch that. I'm sorry. I know you sent me a text. I didn't see it. Was it awesome? Did he do great? I don't know.
He's good. He's really good.
Sort of
he's
play
smooth.
it for me.
He was on with
badass Russell Wilson. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, he's a Savannah Banana
Mike
now.
Tomlin. All right, hold on.
Interrupt this NBA Showtime to break the news that Mike Tomlin will be joining us this fall for Football Night in America. Welcome to the team, Coach. I'm so excited to have you. We're going to have a great season.
Hey, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to learning from you.
Let's go. And you clean up nice. It's weird to not see you in like the sideline gear.
I know usually I'm in equipment room issue, but I can clean up from time to time. I got a small wardrobe. I'm working on it, though.
I love it. I'm curious, though. When did you have the blink moment? You always say don't blink, but you had to have a moment when you think about your 19-year career and decide that it was time to walk away and go on to something new. When was that for you?
It's probably not an overnight decision, but it's probably not something that I could articulate or share with people. There's a loneliness with leadership. I just thought it was a good time for me personally, and by that I mean just where I am in life. And I thought it was a good time for the organization, to be quite honest with you. We didn't have a lot of success in the playoffs in recent years, and there's just some veteran players there, man, guys like Cam Hayward and TJ Watt and Boswell, man, that I thought this that were worthy of the excitement and the optimism associated with new leadership.
Yeah. And so you're probably like, okay, so now what do I do? I know that I've seen you at baseball games. You came to a Knicks game. I feel like that was a big part of the recruitment, by the way, of Mike Tomlin. But you make the decision to go into broadcasting. What made you decide you wanted to take everything you've learned in leadership in the NFL as a head coach to the stage in front of the camera?
Easy job.
I thought it'd be a great way to stay connected to the game and also
a great way to earn money.
Coaches, executives, and excited about doing that on Sunday night and traveling to different venues and getting that feel for the environment. And lastly, I just thought it'd be awesome to share insight with fellow football lovers. I love to talk football. And so that's just an exciting component for me. I got to admit, though, there's going to be some anxiety about stepping into a new space. But good anxiety, it's good to be uncomfortable.
All right. Now it's just a bunch
He's
of
going to be
BS.
good, though. He's going to be good. What do you think?
I think he's going to be boring. I think he is boring. I think he's a good leader. I think he's a great football coach. He's a boring dude. He's not going to be interested. You know why, Mike? Because every single second he's on TV, he's going to be thinking about what team he's coaching next year. Just like Sean Payton, frankly. Sean Payton was terrible on TV.
Yeah. Sean wasn't great, was he?
No, and Tomlin's not going to be great either.
You know who else wasn't great on TV as a college guy was Dan Mullen. I don't know if you remember that. He went from Florida head coach to on TV, and he was always avoiding saying anything controversial. And one thing I learned really quickly, the more that I put myself out there, the less likely that I'm going to be getting back into the space I used to be in.
Well, it is what it is.
Yep. And it is what it is. And now you know what I get to do, Darren? I get to be the studio host for Rapids games like I was last night at 8:30.
I heard about that. Whoa. Talk to me. What happened? Give me the whole story.
I mean, I just got asked to step in because our guy Mark Bertinoli has like 52 games that he's doing over the course of any given week, right? He does Avs, he does Nuggets, he does well, you name it, he does it. He does Rapids. So I think Kevin just said, hey, is that something you'd want to do? I'm like, dude, I've never done anything even remotely close to that in my life. And the thing I've learned about most industries, most jobs, especially in the media space, you just kind of just throw yourself in there and figure it out. Like you don't maybe people like you did go to school for this, but you probably went through the same thing. But until you're on a live mic doing something that you've never done before, it feels uncomfortable. It's a first timer, right? And I did it yesterday. Tried to write my script. I learned a lot of stuff, man. I was not good. I was not good at all. I'm pretty good.
So you were pregame, intermission, post?
My pregame was a disaster. It was an absolute disaster.
How long was your pregame for?
30 minutes.
Holy
30 minutes.
cow!
Yeah, it was a full show where it was just me. No, I was like, hey, can I talk with somebody? And my producer. This was the other thing. We were on 950, which is the AM station. And so I didn't have the ability. He was producing from 950 studio, but I was in our main 92.5 studio, and they had to kind of rewire.
So you're kind of like looking that way at him?
And I had no talk back, so I couldn't say what highlights I wanted next. I couldn't say how long until a break. So, I mean, I was a man without with any type of direction. So.
And you had you didn't talk to like Connor Cape and like, hey, what's the game? And
they were in Canada. They were in Vancouver Place.
The coach's show. So what?
Yeah, I played the coach's show. So once I figured out in the pregame, I'm like, yeah, this isn't going very well. I'm like, let's play Matt Wells' coach's show for 14 minutes. And you know what? We did. And hearing a British guy talk soccer, the beautiful game, well, it sure beat the hell out of me being lost trying to spit something out.
I give you credit for trying something new, and I'm sure, but you do love the Rapids and you love MLS and you love soccer.
Love soccer.
You got that going for you. That being said, you probably could have used an experienced pro like your boy DMac to kind of be on there with you.
When's the last time you were a studio host for pregame, halftime, and postgame?
Well, I mean, I did it for a full year for the Buffalo Sabres. I did the whole thing, but that was a long time.
28 years ago.
It was a long time ago. It was a minute. But I also hosted
you know what, Darren? As one of the hardest working guys in this media space, I'm going to challenge you.
Oh,
I'm going to dare you to do a Rapids. I want you to see you do a Rapids pregame show with 2 days notice like I did. And I want to hear where it goes, man.
I get to use a 14-minute recorded interview during my half-hour pregame show.
Matty Wells, man, he likes to talk. The bloke can talk.
Funny. All right, Coach. Here, let's put a wrap on tonight's show, which has been a official blast. And when we look at this draft class, Mel Kiper gave it a C+. He had it as one of the lowest graded draft classes. He just more or less called it meh, top to bottom. And I got into it with a bunch of fans about the Jonah Coleman and the folks there that do the KOA stuff. They, of course, know everything. They've never unliked a draft pick. I'm quite convinced there's never been a bad draft pick in their life.
Which kind of like the comp would be, you think that as of today, David Adelman's the greatest coach in the National Basketball Association, right? I think.
You're killing me. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. That being said, I like Mike Washington. I understand why people like Jonah Coleman. I understand why some guys might be a better fit in somewhere else. And man, I tell you this, we had a big debate in Denver years and years ago between Demaryius Thomas and Des Bryant. Huge debate. Who is going to be who? What's going to be what? They're going to be compared to each other. And you know what? At the end of the day, in all honesty,
both awesome.
They both were awesome.
Yep,
they were both
awesome.
So, you can like a hamburger at McDonald's and Burger King. You know what I'm saying?
I like a Big Mac and I like a Whopper.
You know what I'm saying? You can have both.
I even like a double Western bacon cheeseburger, from Carl's Jr. I enjoy a double animal style, no pickles. I really do.
I just think it was a miss because I think there's a dynamic aspect to Mike Washington that we don't already have. We have a couple of bowling balls. We've had bowling balls throughout the year. Bowling balls in the NFL get a little swallowed up, my friend. They just do. So, and again, he's a 4th-round guy. So the expectations for Jeremiah Love are to be Saquon Barkley. For Price to be solid, probably to be, I don't know, where would you put Price? I mean,
I'd say high end. Jadarian Price probably should end up being J.K. Dobbins.
Okay, all right. Well, that's not bad. Listen, I'm not rooting against Jonah Coleman. To think I'm rooting against Jonah Coleman is just stupid. I'm not. I'm just a fan of Mike Washington, and I'm not a fan of Mike Washington just because he had the fastest 40, although it was cool. Jeff Legwold also had Mike Price at his top 100 at like 75.
Former Washington State head football coach and also Alabama short-lived head football coach Mike Price. Is that what you said?
Did I say Mike Price? I meant,
you remember Mike Price? Mike Price got caught for using the company card at a gentleman's club. And he was no longer the head coach at the University of Alabama.
Well,
you know where he ended up instead of being a Crimson Tide head coach?
The New England Patriots?
No, the University of Texas at El Paso right there,
I've been to the University of Texas at El Paso.
It's a good place, man.
I've actually been there before.
You can see the Rio Grande and you can see Juarez from the stadium. Sure can.
All right. Overall, what do you give it? Give it a grade. What do you give the Broncos?
I say B. I give it a solid B because I think that you have immediate impact players in your first pick in Tyler Onyedem. And I think you're going to get Jonah Coleman he's going to unseat Tyler Bidet. And we don't have to tweet out. I don't believe we're going to be tweeting out during the regular season. Why in the world did Tyler Bidet have 4 targets and Marvin Mims had 1? Make it make sense, Davis, instead of make it make sense, Sean. I think that Jonah Coleman will be a guy that's more worthy of those kinds of targets because he'll be on the field in those 3rd down situations. And then I think Cage Casey is he's going to be a future starter in the offensive line. I think it'll be 2 years before he really makes an appearance on the field. And then I think that Red Murdoch is going to be this. I'm excited about Red Murdoch. Big fan. Guys that are war daddies and create takeaways at any level, just find a way to do it again at the next level. That's what I think.
All right, brother. Mike and I back at it on the digital 6 p.m. on Tuesday. I'll be on 9 News. By the way, the folks from 9 News, because I went through some tough times recently, the entire morning show, everybody everybody, camera guys, producers, everybody sent me the nicest note. The 9 News morning folks are the best. Really love them.
Yeah,
I don't know. Are you back on with them soon?
I think I got fired because I think I'm a little overweight right now. I think I could get slim because TV's for the skinny guys like you, man.
I'm on Zoom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that explains that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't go in the studio.
I think I'm an in-season Bronco guy. I'm not a huge. They don't love me in April. They're kind of like they need a break from the coacher, and then they gear back up. And Corey Rose is like, okay, I think I'm ready for the coacher. Who comes in hot. If he's going to be on the air at 5:08 a.m., he shows up to the studio at 5:06 a.m.
Oh,
because that's how we roll, man. We are
lazy.
No, we are grinding on football tape up until 5:06 a.m.
Okay. All right. Good enough. I'll be on TV tomorrow. Mike will be on the radio at 10 a.m. and we'll be on together at 6. So mark
not
your
tomorrow,
calendars. Tuesday.
Not tomorrow. But hey, just a quick little shameless plug here.
Of course.
I'm going to be hosting a watch party for Game 5.
Yes.
Game 5.
At Skippy's or something?
Skippies, man.
Skippies.
You know, I've been called Skippy because I'm a little bit, can be a bit of a flighty individual in some of my career.
Yeah.
So it's a appropriately named establishment for me to host a Game 5 watch party at. And I believe it's kind of close to the old studio, if I'm not mistaken. Skippy's is kind of a little bit east of, gosh, like what's that area that our old studio is?
Glendale area? Glendale?
Cherry
Creek?
Yeah, it's like east of Cherry between Cherry Creek and Aurora. Aurora. So
that's Glendale where all the strip clubs are, but you know.
That's what it is. It's right there.
That's it.
I know Glendale that's near Pasadena in California. That's what I know Glendale as.
Okay. And on that note, we'll see y'all later. Thank you for watching.
Broncos country, it's Jonah Coleman here. I'm so excited to be a Bronco. Can't wait to get to Denver and see everyone. Go Broncos.